I'm Allie. I came out after 20 years of marriage, and I have 3 kids.
I'm Melisa, and I have 2 kids, and I came out at 37 after an 11-year marriage.
This podcast is about coming out later and the struggles and victories that come with it.
When coming out feels like the end of the world, but it's really just the beginning.
This is the Lesbian Chronicles.
Welcome to the Lesbian Chronicles.
We should. You're not going to let our special guest do it?
Do you want to say it?
Welcome to the Lesbian Chronicles.
Oh, look at you. Oh,
can anyone tell whose voice that is?
I was going to say, this is a past guest, mystery guest.
Mystery guest.
Just kidding.
From the Ukraine.
From Ukraine.
So Melissa's girlfriend is joining us live and in person.
Hello, hello.
In studio.
In studio.
Thanks for coming all the way to Decatur.
You're welcome. It was a good 30-minute drive.
I mean, what an honor it is. You even got yourself up to the floor of my office by yourself.
I did?
I know a lot of times Melissa makes me come all the way down.
You know, sometimes
to
the
the
door is
first
locked.
floor.
Sometimes the door is
No,
locked.
the elevator worked. But we are paying for parking.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
You didn't use my freebie spots?
All the free spots were taken.
It's a bummer.
I know.
It's worth it.
But that's okay. This has been fun.
Well, isn't that kombucha good?
It is good.
I know.
Is it worth the $12 parking?
I don't know. Melissa's paying for that.
to get kombucha?
Anyway, well, thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
Yes.
We appreciate it. And we got lots to talk about today.
Yeah.
All things gay.
All things gay.
That's right.
Because we are.
Less
Because
so
we are.
from the previous episode where we talked about maggots. So
Yes. We did talk about maggots.
We won't be doing that. But
Have you ever had any maggot experience?
I think I saw them in Melissa's trash can when I threw Shay's
Oh,
dog
my
poop
God.
in there, and I was like, "Oh, that's gross."
This
I'm gonna
past
close
time?
it. Yeah,
I wonder if maybe Melissa
my
has a
God.
maggot problem because this has
good
come
thing
up
I'm
a couple
moving.
times.
right. But I also saw them in your neighbor's trash can. Don't ask me why.
why
What
were
are
you
you
in my
doing in the
neighbor's
neighbor's trash can?
It was already outside, and I
You were
had
throwing
the
the
dog
dog
poop,
shit? That's
and
a big no-no.
I had to.
People aren't going to like that in Kirkwood.
I know,
Get it
and
out
they
of your
have-
system
They have
in Peachtree
cameras
City.
too, like the doorbell cams are everywhere, so they probably know. I'm glad you're moving.
oh,
Yeah.
Goodness.
She's coming.
It's like
you're
it's
coming
those
to,
lesbians.
I know, right?
But, you know, in my defense, my trash pickup company has not been picking it up. And so
Whoa.
it's been like,
I think that's why
they
they're
go
in there.
like, yeah, that's probably why there's maggots. And I also got like a little warning from my HOA that I wasn't bringing my trash cans in. And I'm like, you motherfuckers like don't have
Never
the garbage
picked it up.
company like picking it up on time. So it's just like,
Not
it's
only do
gonna
you
sit
yeah,
there.
come on,
Like, give me a fucking break.
get out of here.
So
I don't like it. Well, talk to us about Rebel Wilson.
yeah, Rebel Wilson. I guess it's been a few weeks now. Basically forced out of the closet because a reporter called her and like was basically like, "I'm going to publish this article about you being gay," and so she like beat him to the punch and came out on her own. But it's kind of it definitely sucks, you know. Like, was she ready to do all that? Like, but she really had no choice. And she has a girlfriend, and I think the relationship's, you know,
Evolving.
yeah, but she
It's a lot of pressure on a new relationship.
it is. I kind of wonder if that happened with JoJo Siwa too, because you know she kind of like I wonder if a similar thing, like she knew she was going to be outed, so she had to say
But it's
something.
like, when do we get to a point where it's just not even a
right?
fucking
Like,
thing?
why does it have to be a thing? Like, why can't
Yeah.
it be like, oh, Rebel Wilson has a girlfriend, like she's in a relationship now, like that's awesome. Like
Yeah.
instead, it has to be like this headline of like she's coming out.
Yeah.
Well, but maybe people who hide it and don't come out right away and have a secret girlfriend kind of create that environment for everyone to still make it feel like it's a secret and make it feel like that's something to talk about and write a news story about and, you know, blow up someone's world over.
Right.
Maybe if she just went to an award ceremony with her girlfriend, it would have been like, is that her friend? Is that her girlfriend? She's like, it's my girlfriend. And that's
Yeah.
that.
That would
That
have
would
created
be really cool, actually.
a better buzz.
Yeah.
I think.
I know.
we're like,
I'm
wait,
kind of
she was
into
so
this.
casual about
right.
it.
I know.
Okay.
The casual about it is very cool.
Any celebrities that are listening that are considering coming out, please just
Just
do it on
casually come out.
on the
show
red
up.
carpet and show up with your
red
date.
carpet,
Yeah.
just turn and kiss like the straight people do.
Right?
Or don't
keep
even
moving.
make it that obvious. Like, make it kind of obvious.
Make it-
like, wow,
Hold
they're
hands.
This is
Hold
a
hands.
great way
they're
to
standing
stir up.
close.
Or just have the man one can put the hand on the lower back.
Exactly.
Are they gal pals?
Exactly. Is that a carabiner? Right.
On the man one. I feel like I need to like asterisk
touch on that? Yeah.
Like, there's a comedian named Emma Willman, and she has a bit about like being the man one in the relationship.
Oh boy, are you
like,
the man one?
Well, that's what I'm like. I've just realized
This is
I'm
what
the
we need
man
to talk
one.
about.
You got forced into the role because of this one.
I did. Like, I picked the most femme one on the
I
planet,
know.
and it made me the man one.
I'm definitely not the man one.
Really?
No.
No. This happens to me. It's not the first time that I start dating someone and they're like, "Oh, you're my type of girl."
Right.
You know,
but
like-
let me tell you what's interesting though is like, yes, I see that she's the man one.
I don't think
I don't think of her
it's
that
kind
way.
of a joke.
But
Like,
she
I don't
is
think
less
about her-
feminine than you.
Yes,
but
she's
she's
less
still very
feminine.
feminine. But you're
Very.
you're more
Yeah.
feminine.
Yeah.
But if I was like at a crisis and someone's like breaking in and shit's going down, I kind of want Marina.
Exactly.
100%.
So
For
it's like, do
fucking
I
sure.
want? I know. So it's like the man one. It's kind of confusing for me because I
Yeah.
think I would take you to hang the picture.
Well, yeah, because I
She
do
does.
that.
Yeah.
That's just it. I got the best of both worlds over
Yeah,
here.
you kind of did.
I mean, I think it has to do with how I grew up. You know, I grew up on a farm, so very rough and tumble, and carried
Heidi.
a lot of heavy things,
yeah.
and had to
I always
take
envision
charge.
Heidi
and-
with the bar over her shoulder.
yes, carrying the water.
Did you do that?
Yes.
Like with the bar and everything?
Yes.
Melissa's
That's
like
how do you think you
fantasizing
carry
about
that?
it.
Right? Like, tell me more.
Tell me more. Did you have an
What were
apron
you-
on?
Do you wanna
know what I was wearing?
Was it a bonnet?
No bonnet, but I was barefoot.
Oh my god.
Is that sexy?
No. Not for my germophobic self.
I'll keep that in mind. Well, I no longer do that, so you don't have to worry.
Yes,
You
you're
don't
very
get the
clean.
water?
She complains about the water.
I do,
And I'm like, you used to drink water from a well.
Yeah,
like,
you should love this water.
But how do we not know this? The water from a well is from deep earth.
Okay,
it
it's
is
fresher.
as fresh as it can be.
Right.
You guys are drinking, including
Atlanta
myself,
City
from the
water.
Chattahoochee, which you literally have to look up the E. coli level to go swimming in it or tubing.
But it's like
Forget about drinking it.
disinfected.
I will say though,
Okay.
I had a house when we were little that had a well, and my friends would come over and say like, your water tastes really weird.
Yeah, because it's not treated in any way.
Okay.
But if you grow up on that,
Yeah. And the showers, like we had to put salt in the softener to make the water soft.
yeah.
And it's like now when I'm like have to take, like there's such a difference between like, I would remember like city hotel water versus like this house's water.
Yeah.
It was very soft. You couldn't get the soap off.
Oh,
Like, it was-
really?
but it is very soft water. I don't know. I digress.
We digress to
Oh,
water.
yes, we do. Okay, so let's talk about being gay.
Let's talk about being gay. But I guess with the Rebel Wilson thing, it's kind of like, do you have to come out? Like, and I think, you know, a lot of people that are going through this are kind of like, what, I come out, but like to what level? You know, like,
Well, it's like you and I. We were going through the process at the exact same time. You came out on social media. I said nothing.
yeah,
I've
that's
still
very
said
true.
nothing.
You still said nothing.
I've still said nothing. I just live my life in a gay way, and people see it. And
Do you like? Have you had anyone ask? Have you had anyone? Do you feel like you have to come out on a regular basis? Like,
I do have to come out on a regular basis, but no one has ever come up and been like that I can think of, and like called me out on it.
Yeah,
Or like, wait a minute.
or like sent you a DM, like, what's going on? Like, what happened to Chris?
I mean, people have done that. Like, hey, did I hear? Is this true? Like, are you? And I'm just like, yeah,
yeah,
you know. Or I've told people that, you know, maybe I've run into like by, you know, I have a partner. This is Maria. I don't know.
yeah.
But I've just never done. I did never do the full.
I just wanted to like nip the gossip.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't want everybody to just be like talking about me, wondering, whatever,
They
speculating.
did anyway. Right.
Well, I know it was like a topic.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, when I did come out, and it just probably still is. You know, when like Marina's joined me for so many events now, like in Peachtree City, the kids swim team, all that stuff. And it is very much like, it feels like I'm coming out.
It's not super
like,
comfortable. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
And I've never been, so I hate to look at things that like you're coming out. I hate
Yeah.
that that's even a
thing.
saying. Like straight people don't come out. Like this is my girlfriend, or no, I'm not dating anyone, or whatever it is,
Yeah.
you know, and it's an assumption that you're straight. It's never an assumption that you might be gay. For me, I didn't come out, but I also didn't leave like a marriage to come out. So I was
Right.
already divorced, and I just met a woman, and I was like, I want to sleep with her. And
Yeah.
that's what happened next. And
For 20 years or 15 years?
well, no,
or-
that was my first girlfriend.
Okay.
So that was just for a couple of years. And then, you know, like, I think I talked about this before. I slept with one guy in between, and then I met my ex of 18 years. And so I think this is something I think it's interesting to talk about with work. So I'm in special events, and she and I started a company, and she introduced me to a lot of people, and I would go to meetings, and as you're sitting around, you know, it's like, it's always high school. You're at these networking events, or you're waiting for the client to get there, and you're in a meeting, and everyone's talking about, you know, their kids and their husband and their trip and their this and their that. And like, I don't have a kids and a husband and all those things, you know? So I decided, like, I remember making a decision to just one day just say, my girlfriend and I are doing this. And then eventually, like, you know, at what point do you change that to like my partner?
Yeah,
girlfriend
when?
sounds
I know.
like
I
weird.
struggle with this. Girlfriend
Yeah.
sounds so lame.
But I feel like it was maybe like 5 or 6 years down the road. It's like, and now it feels better to say partner. It feels more important. And also because people are like my wife or my husband, you know, it's like, I knew we weren't going to get married, but I didn't want it to just be a girlfriend. That sounds temporary, or maybe like the longevity isn't there, so you're just girlfriends. But
even partner, I think, is like, it's nicer, but like Maria sometimes is like, I just say
It sounds
wife
like a
because I'm
business partner
embarrassed.
sometimes. Like
she
you
wants
know?
a wife. She wants to say
Yeah.
wife.
No, I
like
get
that
that.
feels
Yeah.
solid to her.
yeah. So that's the next step, right? So it's like I'm dating someone, then my girlfriend, then my partner, then my wife.
My wife.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I just started saying it, you know, like, and I don't post on social media a lot, but when I do, it's when I'm traveling. And I obviously was always with my ex-partner. So people would just talk about that. We were sitting at the table and they're like, tell me about your trips. Like, that's what everyone wants to ask me about. And I'm like, yeah. And then I started saying her name. So I never needed to like come out to people. I just sort of talked about my life in the same way that they were talking about theirs.
I guess that's what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's
Like
how it should be.
I would post like
Yeah.
if she and I were together, but it was never like, I never came out officially except for to my parents, my ex, my kids.
Yeah. I mean, I told my mom, which did
Yeah.
not go well.
Right.
She said, we can fix that. I was like, I'm sorry, how?
Do you two feel that you have, like, I'm conflicted on this, but a responsibility to live in a way that's like out and proud and obvious? And
I do. And Melissa and I kind of touched on this a little bit. And Peachtree City's not exactly
a hotbed for the
I
gays.
mean, well,
an environment for
is.
that.
Well, there are a lot of gay people, but it's one of
They're
those
sort
things
of
where
in
you
hiding-ish.
notice it, like, just because we know what to look for.
Well, we went to the 4th of July fireworks in Peachtree City, and you know, we're sitting there, and I notice all gays.
So do I.
Specifically, not because I'm looking, but I'm like, oh, they're different. They're like me, and I literally look over, and I'm like, oh my God, there's 2 gay women, and I go back talking to Melissa, and then we're still looking at them. She's like, where? It's like the abominable snowman.
Yeah. But then what's
are
even
they?
better
Is that I was like, wait, I think I know one of them, but no way. They're like, they live in Midtown. They would not be in Peachtree City for the fireworks. And then all of a sudden I see my friend that I know, and we walk up to them, and all 4 of us are like, lesbians are here, and we
Oh my
like yell
God,
it out.
yes.
And my instinct's like, shh.
I mean, maybe
We're
that's better
surrounded
even.
by straight people and children. I'm like,
Right.
shh.
But maybe even though there is a cooler way to meet people in Peachtree City because it's like there's less of you. So
Yeah.
it's just like you kind of bond quicker than if you're in my neighborhood, everyone's gay.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like, this isn't that exciting.
Yeah.
I have to tell you that, and this is a first for me, because like my mom lived in the suburbs. I have family in the suburbs, but
Yeah.
I don't like hang out there. So this is a first for me, but I don't love how it feels,
Yeah.
because I think my entire gay life I've been in the city.
Yeah.
And I felt very comfortable. Like, I will hold your hand. And even like traveling where it's super religious there or whatever, and maybe my partner's not as comfortable, but I'm always like, my instinctually, I'll hold your hand.
Yeah.
But Peachtree City's weird. And I'm also wondering, because Melissa and I had this conversation where it's more around the kids and how like they could be bullied at school if one of their friends says something.
Yeah.
So I was at the pool. It was your daughters. I don't know if you say their names.
Yeah.
You do. Okay. So it was Kaylin's like swim meet. So she asked me to take her. So I took her, And Brecken and I are sitting there, and we just went to the Braves Pride game the night before. And so the kids were so cute. I was so excited that they did this. But they drew like rainbow and pride all over themselves.
They were so into it.
It's like permanent markers, right?
I mean,
wasn't
it
like,
said washable, but that shit was on there for like 3 days.
Oh, like more than that. It was like a week long. So Brecken and I are sitting there, and Kaylin's like practicing, and these like 2 or 3 little boys walk by, and I didn't know that he knew them, but I'm sitting like on the Sun Lounge, whatever it is. Yeah, and he's like across from me, and he's playing his game, and the boys walk by, and they just make these faces. I wanted to punch him in the face. I would never do that. But
I might.
And they literally say, "What do you have written all over you?" Like with this, like, and my immediate thought is like, I'm about to push you in the pool.
Yeah, this
and
is
Brecken's
happening.
like, I went to a game with my mom last night.
He's so innocent.
He's just so cute and so innocent. And my immediate thought, because of where we are, isn't that they're like bullying, picking on him for whatever reason, but it's immediately like, oh, they see the rainbow, or they see it says pride. I doubt it. He's 7. They were probably around the same age.
Right.
But you could just, you could feel a bully.
Right,
and
right.
they were definitely bullying him.
Yeah.
I wanted to push them in the pool so bad.
Right.
I was like,
but do you think
I'm going to get thrown out of
also
Peachtree City.
Beyond the Peachtree City thing, because you're there now, you're building there, you're staying there for a little bit. I have 2 questions that are hard. One is, it's one thing, there are gay people in Peachtree City.
For sure.
Like, don't sleep on Peachtree City.
No.
But it's never going to be down
never
here.
gonna be like
it's
a
never going to be
Midtown.
Decatur. It's
No.
never going to be Kirkwood. Do you worry a little that it's like you're bringing kids up in a more conservative environment than my kids are coming up in? My kids they thrive because everyone around them is like-minded. They're all... Versus like my kids are they're not the odd man out.
Yeah.
Does that,
I mean, it
concern
does,
you
it
at all?
worries me, but at the same time, I think it's an opportunity to create stronger kids.
Character. Okay.
And we've talked about that already. That, like, not everybody like thinks that being gay is right. Like there are people that like have a problem with it. And my kids just are like, but why? Like, why does it matter? And it does make me worried. And I think that's kind of where like that anxiety for me with like holding Marina's hand in Peachtree City, or I felt it a lot in Panama City when we were there.
Do you not hold her hand because of it?
No, I do. It's just still like there's a little
you think about
tension, and I think about it. And my whole thing is the fear that comes with someone else's reaction and my kids witnessing that reaction.
That's what I'm saying.
And the damage,
shame.
the shame, the damage that it's going to do, the undoing that I'm going to have to do with it.
The subtle damage that you're not even going to know about for 15 years from now.
But
I don't know that happens. I'm just curious.
I don't
if
either.
that
And like
comes
it
up.
hasn't happened. Like no one has outright said anything derogatory to us or anything like that. But I was very worried about that when we were in Panama City Beach. Remember, like we were going down to the beach to take a picture together, and I didn't even want to ask someone to take our picture because I was that worried that someone was going to be like,
it was a weird feeling. I felt it too because, as like a heterosexual couple with kids, you would just ask someone to take your picture.
I just was thinking in California. We were in California. We asked like a million people to take our picture.
In Panama City this time, there was a lot at Trump flags.
Oh my God, the Trump flags.
There was like people started that "Let's Go Brandon" chant at night, like stuff like that. And so it was like I had this weird like feeling going down there to take the picture. Yeah. But the thing is, someone like almost immediately walked by and was like, "Let me take your picture,"
like a heterosexual couple.
Yeah,
and they were like, "Do you want us to take y'all's picture?" It was really sweet.
They were perfectly nice about it. Now the next day, Marina left, and I'm out on the beach with the kids, just me and the kids, and sitting there watching the sun go down.
Right.
There's a group of like maybe like late teens, early 20s, boys and girls, whatever. And they're drinking and they're starting to get a little rowdy and like get louder. And they're already cussing like a ton.
You're thinking they're just going to start saying stuff.
Oh, well, they start saying the "Let's Go Brandon." And then one of them goes,
"What's Let's Go Brandon?"
It's this thing that like Trump supporters say because it's like a whole long story. It basically means "fuck you, Joe Biden."
Okay.
And then they start with that. They're like, "Fuck Joe Biden." And then this guy goes, "Joe Biden can suck my cock." And
in front of the kids?
In front of my kids. I whipped around so fucking fast and I mommed them. And I was like, I don't care that you guys are over here cussing. You can do it all day. My kids have heard it before, but that's where I draw the line.
Yeah.
I was like, you need to realize that there are people out here outside of yourselves. Oh, they did. They were like, sorry, ma'am, sorry, ma'am, sorry, ma'am. Like, I shut them the fuck down.
How old are they? I don't even know people like this.
Oh, it was like country bumpkins.
20-somethings?
Yeah. And I sat there for much longer than I wanted to.
Yeah.
Because I was not going to get up and leave that beach before they did.
Hell no.
But I think the point is that the world is not sugar-coated.
No.
Like, to me, and I know they're not my kids, so someone could say, well, of course you'd say that. They're not your kids. But they need those experiences. You know, there should be someone, probably will be, at their school who will say something about their mom being a lesbian.
Oh, wow, absolutely.
And they should be able to respond back to that and not cower down.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of you for talking to them about it
too.
so early, and just, you're not having these huge conversations. Like, kids don't take information in that way. You're just having these little tidbits.
Yeah, like just little by little.
I don't think, I mean, you're for sure, like, it's going to build character, it's going to do all these things.
Yeah.
But at some point, like, if it became a thing, then to me, it's just kind of like, you know, I look at it like the bullying thing where they, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, it's, you know, it builds character. It's good for them to go to school. But they've shown like it's actually horrible for them.
No,
it's damaging.
Not an everyday thing.
I
want them to be prepared for the bullying.
Yeah.
To be prepared to have something to say back. And I'm slowly like getting there because I fully don't know what the answer is for them what to say back. But like, I also want them to see like the gay community represented in a positive light. Like that's a big reason why I wanted to go to the Braves Pride game.
Right.
And they because they went to the little party before and Kaylin and I danced on the floor.
Yeah.
So they got to see like this
that people are into it
thing.
Yeah. My kids don't even know like it hasn't come up at all yet that it's a negative thing.
Yeah.
Like I probably should say something, but I mean, their brother's gay. We're gay.
Do any of the friends like...
No, because they're all gay.
Like,
I mean, it's truly
like the younger
I mean, exactly.
Like the younger kids, like do they get questions from their friends?
Never.
Like, why are you?
And in fact, we try to like to Oliver even. We're like, somebody has had to say something. He's like he loves telling everybody that he has all these moms. So it's like
he does have a lot of moms.
He does. My kids, it's never, not that they've told me, come up. And they had I was married so long, so I constantly am like asking them. Like, certainly read, like someone has said something. Mm-hmm. And he's always like, they don't.
Kaylin had one friend ask her, why does your mom always have girls around? Like,
what did she say?
Yeah, that is hilarious. Why do you always have girls around?
And she said that she told her, she was like, my mom just likes girls. Like, my mom dates girls.
Good for her.
Yeah, just no big deal. With coming out, there's like a layer of like, you feel so selfish for choosing yourself.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that staying in Peachtree City is my way to kind of like lessen that selfish feeling that I have inside of me by being like, I'm going to keep things normal for these kids.
Yeah.
Normal for Tom. And it's temporary. I'm not going to live in Peachtree City beyond when the kids are out of high school.
Right.
You know? So I can push through the uncomfortableness for now.
Yeah.
We can have those tough conversations when like the kids are
a decade from now.
Yeah. Like we'll have those tough conversations that are going to come about from them living in a more conservative area.
If they even are. I mean,
if they even are.
The world is changing.
And that's another thing. It's like there are a lot of gay people in Peachtree City. I see them all the time.
Right.
There's a P-Flag organization based in Peachtree City. Marina, I didn't get to go to the 4th of July parade, but Marina went and like saw the P-Flag thing go by.
She believes you now.
And like, but she's like, no one cheered.
No one
except
cheered.
But you know what the problem is? I'm going to take all that away. I have to just call out the elephant in the room. It's not even about the gay people in Peachtree City. It's about where my heart sings. Where do I feel happy? Where do I walk out my door and see my neighbors and I'm actually excited to go have a drink with them? When I pull into Publix and I look around the parking lot and I see you guys, I see my neighbors that I love hanging out with. I see their kids
and like
running over and knocking on my door.
That's a gift that you have of the fact that your kids were already here.
True. Well, I lived in Buckhead. Let's not mistake.
But they didn't switch schools.
They switched schools before the divorce. I put them in a progressive school knowing this was coming. But I think that that I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying, like, it's not just like, it's a big sacrifice that you've given. That's not even, it's more than just doing it for the kids. I mean, it's more than just,
it's a lot.
I need gay people. Sometimes I'm in California, like when we were just there, and I thought, why the hell am I living in Atlanta? I should be living in Northern California. My heart is fucking on fire here.
But there's earthquakes and fires.
True.
There are danger for the children.
Danger.
Very dangerous for the children. So I guess it's like, I hope Tom sees, like, this is a massive gift you gave him.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think he does. I think he is very appreciative that I stuck around.
Yeah.
And
because it's more than gay people,
but also
in Peachtree City.
In the way that we're talking about, like, the importance of coming out.
Right.
I know that, like, what Marina and I are doing by showing up there as a couple is helping some little kid.
That's it too.
You know?
Well, you had someone come talk to you.
Yes, I did actually. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, like, at the swim meet, I had a friend come up. Actually, it was her daughter. Her teenage daughter came up to me and was like, I have a friend who is...
She didn't say is anything. She said, she needs your help.
She needs your help.
Okay, so it's like maybe the universe needs you in Peachtree City.
Yeah, right.
I've
got to save the fucking world.
We got a martyr here.
Got to save the world. What can I say?
Okay. No, that's cool.
But I like that part. I do like that part of being like that representation that needs to be seen.
Maybe your heart does sing there.
Yeah.
Like maybe not in the townhouse, but I think it will in the house.
I think in the house I'm going to feel a lot more comfortable. We're going to have more space.
And you're going to know these neighbors.
Driving through our neighborhood now, my neighborhood.
Oops.
Jumped ahead of myself.
Are you ever going to live in your new Kirkwood place?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We actually just talked about it last night.
Okay.
Because I wanted to make sure, we digressed a little, but I wanted to make sure that I wanted to be on my own for a year.
Yeah.
I'm not forcing her to move in with me.
No.
She's not
ready to.
But even so, it's like, you know, she is there. So we're driving through my new neighborhood and it's diverse.
It's exciting. Yeah.
Very.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, like this
not
is
just gay
really
people.
Awesome. Yeah. Like,
right.
And
it's going to get more and more and more.
And it makes me feel good about choosing that place to live.
Right.
Like, you know, I think the kids are going to like make some friends outside of all the white kids that they know now, you know, like that kind of thing. So,
I'm excited.
It makes me feel good. And yeah, I'm not making Marina be prisoner in Peachtree City.
Well, you can do on and off.
Well, but my job is by the airport, so
okay. So it's nice.
I'm 30 minutes from Midtown. I'm 30 minutes from where her house is in Peachtree City.
It's amazing.
And it's actually going to be closer to the new house because I'm on the north side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yay.
It's very exciting. I'm sure people love Peachtree City. Like, they love the golf carts.
It is a great place to live. It's a great, like,
I think
nice
you have
community.
To get a golf cart.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. I had one and I just wasn't driving.
We'll put rainbows on it.
I have
we'll
a
make
Jeep,
it gay.
Oh my God! Yeah, if you really want to be the face of the gays,
we'll put a gay flag on the golf cart.
We can be in the parade.
We can be in the parade next year. Yes.
Yeah, you can.
High five.
Oh my God!
I mean, make it worthwhile. If you're going to do it, do it,
Tom.
Oh my God! Right? I don't know if Tom's quite on board with that. Like, I could feel a little bit of tension when
there was a little
we were talking about going to the Pride game. He's like, "Oh, cool, awesome,
wow, that's fun,
cool."
And then I think he saw the rainbow that
Breck.
and I think Breck wrote Pride like on his leg or something. He was like, "Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
That's cool." Like rubbing at it a little bit.
I mean, I think like a lot of men that we know, men don't want their sons to be gay.
Yeah.
And it's sad.
It is sad. I gotta say, my ex never cared that Owen was gay.
Yeah.
You know,
like it truly was never a thing.
That's
I have to applaud him. Yeah.
This was years ago before it was even on my radar that I was gay, but I actually got in an argument with a friend of mine from college over on Facebook because he made this like really awful post that he would basically like beat the shit out of his kid if they were gay. And I like went off on him and then like unfriended him. Like we were pretty close in college and I'm just like, that's it. And I was like, I'm such a good ally.
You are.
Now
God.
I realize it was like, I think I got ignited inside of myself. I don't think he changed at all. I don't think he misses my friendship in the least.
I don't know. Maybe it changed him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe he's like,
he probably knows I'm gay now and is laughing about it.
Yeah, he's probably like, God, I should have known.
Should have known.
Didn't you have a friend on Facebook like reach out to you like, you're not gay?
I've had people. I had an ex-boyfriend message me and tell me that I wasn't gay, that I was bisexual because we had slept together. And he
You're
was like,
okay, tell me what to do with my body.
he goes, I was there and it was good. And I was like,
no,
yeah,
not
for
good.
you.
I faked it.
It takes two here.
Exactly.
It was not good.
You should have been like, you turned me gay.
I'm like, yeah, like, and we only slept together like twice. I'm like, what in the fuck are you even talking about? Like, context here.
Machoism.
But
That's so gross.
I've had people, like, strangers message me that and be like, you're not gay, you're bi. Like, people I don't even know.
It's so infuriating because it's just like, who the hell do you think?
Right, like,
you
what do
are?
you
also,
think
who
you
cares?
are?
Like, why?
Yeah.
Who cares?
That's my thing too. Like, why does it have to even be a thing?
It doesn't.
Like, why can't we just live our lives?
It's so, like, I feel that way with so many things right now, like with the Roe v. Wade, all this stuff. It's like, why is anyone else's fucking decision impacting you?
I know.
Like, what does it have to do with your life?
Yeah,
Like, just let it go.
I know. Our 80-year-old, my ex-father-in-law was over for dinner, and it was right after the Roe decision came down, and we're all talking about it. And he's like, well, I mean, I do have to say I'm against abortion. And Tatum literally looks at him and goes, Papa, then don't have one. He's like,
Oh my God, that's amazing.
like,
That's
well, I
beautiful.
wouldn't, but, and I thought,
You don't got to get one, Papa.
don't get one, Papa.
That's amazing. I love
know.
Tatum.
That's the best answer.
Don't get one, Papa.
But don't tell me I can't get one.
Exactly.
God.
That's a whole other topic.
Right.
But my body, my choice when it comes to a vaccine.
I know. Get out of here. I can't take it anymore.
Jesus Christ.
It's too much. On that note, should we wrap it up?
Yes.
This is turning into nonsense.
I was going to say, we're going to get too political here.
This is turning into nonsense. All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks again.
Thanks
Bye.
for having me.
Bye. Want to support the Lesbian Chronicles podcast? Rate us and write a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify.
We love listener feedback. If you'd like to share your story, email us at melissaandallie@gmail.com. That's Melissa, MELISA, and Allie, ALLI, @gmail.com. Or follow us on Instagram at Lesbian Chronicles.